Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where we discuss fashion, finance, and family and how we can balance all of this together while still living our best lives. I wanted to kind of talk to you guys a little bit today about some of the unboxings that you've kind of seen on my channel. You guys have gotten to see my Hermès collection. You guys have seen me unbox my Celine bag and all those luxury items. How many of you would believe that that was not how it used to be a few years ago? A few years ago, it was hard. We could barely have anything at the end of paying all the bills in the house. So I wanted to kind of discuss with you guys here. The goal here is to have peace, financial peace, and to try to live below your means, because that's what is going to give you peace of mind at the end of the day and afford you to buy all these fashionable items, these luxury items that you guys love as much as I do. And so I just wanted to run through some of the things that I did, or me and my family did, to put us where we are right now, where we can sleep well at night, have peace. And believe you me, we are actually working with just one income, just my husband's income. And whereas when both of us were working combined, we had two incomes coming into the house and we had nothing remaining at the end of paying all the bills. We're doing more now with just one income, and we have more peace with just one income. So how did we get here? How was that possible? How did we go from having nothing, absolutely nothing at the end of paying all the bills? Sometimes we would even have to postpone the bills, shuffle what we can pay now and pay the rest another time. And it was really hard. So for me, it started when I came across a video from Dave Ramsey. I know. It really does work. I listened to a lot of his videos. I got the Total Money Makeover book for my husband and I to watch and to listen to, because it was an audiobook. And when we finished that book, my church was also having the financial piece going on at church. So I signed us up for that as well. I even took the kids along. So after all of that, I went full on mode on how to first thing I did was try to see our budget. I revised what was coming in and all the items that were going out, and what can I do about it. Like, I had no items to sell. I know sometimes some people, you can bring in more money through a second job, like a side hustle, or that was impossible for me because of the way we were working. It took up all our time. So doing a side hustle was not possible for me. Going to my boss to ask for a raise, that was also not possible for me because I was a contractor and I didn't want to just get laid off just by asking them for a raise. And then another way is, asking for more hours at work. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. But yes, I volunteered. Whenever they would say, can anybody stay longer? I would be number one, raise up my hand. If I could stay longer so I could bill for more hours. Like I said, I was a contractor, so they paid me per hour. I would do it. So all of that, it helped. But like I said, even with combining both incomes, there was nothing left after paying all the bills. So I decided to go ahead and look at our budget. A budget is a scary word, but it's just basically what money do you bring into the home and what are the things going out? What are the things you're paying for? That's just what a budget is. It's not hard. So I looked at what we had in our budget and I wrote a couple of things down that I could remember from that time. And the first thing I think I did was DirectTV. So we had this DirectTV cable, and it was $180. At that time, Sling TV was just new in my area where I live. And so I knew I loved watching Bravo. My husband loved watching CNN. My kids, we just got them one children's channel. I think it was Nickelodeon. So we left DirectTV and signed up for Sling TV. So that went from $180 to $29. And then the next thing I did was change T-Mobile, because my husband and I's cell phone was with T-Mobile. So I said, why are we paying $120 just for two lines when we could pay less? So we went to Metro PCS and we started paying $70 for both lines. So we saved $50 there. And then another thing I did was daycare. At that time, my daughter was going to daycare 5 days a week. So since I was working remotely, I decided, okay, I could watch her a couple of days in the week. So instead of doing Monday through Friday, I did Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I reduced the days she was going to daycare from 5 days a week to 3 days a week. And that freed up some money both for the gas for the car and money for daycare. And finally, the last item I changed was the groceries. So instead of going to the closest grocery store by my house, which is the Publix, is pretty high, pretty expensive, Publix and Whole Foods, I decided let's check out Aldi, and there's this Spanish grocery store called Bravo in my area. So we started shopping in Bravo and Aldi, and that helped with the grocery money. So all of the money combined that I saved or that I reduced, I wasn't able to eliminate any item on the budget. Like, for example, if someone like you have subscriptions, you could cut that one off, or dining out, you could cut that off. But I didn't have that in my budget. So we were always cooking at home, and we had no subscriptions. So there was none of the bills could be cut out. That's why I was saying, like, whenever we finished paying all the bills, there was nothing left, and there were bills that had to be paid. So I was only able to reduce the bills, but that helped. So I started, the strategy that I used was the Snowball method. I know there are two strategies, so I'll walk you through them. One is the Snowball method, and one is the Avalanche method. The Snowball method, that one, you start with the lowest amount that you owe, start chipping away at the lowest amount, and when that's done, you take the money from that you were allocating to that lowest amount and put it in the next lower amount. So I'll give you an example. Say there's this lady called Samantha, right? Samantha has a debt for Macy's. She owes $250 for Macy's. Then that's at 8%, they're charging her. And then she also owes Neiman Marcus $300, and they're charging her 5%. She also owes $1,300 for Rooms to Go. They are charging her 30%. And she owes Discover card $2,500. They're charging her 28%. And lastly, she has a car loan for $8,000 at 20%. In this scenario, Samantha would start with the lowest amount, which is Macy's. So Macy's being $250, that's what she will start with. Whereas the Avalanche method, that one sorts your debt out according to the highest interest rate. So in this scenario, Samantha would put the first bill would be the 30% rooms to go that she owes, which is $1,300, followed by the 28% Discover card, which she owes $2,500, and then the 20% $8,000, which she owes for the car loan, and then Macy's will follow next, 8%, which is $250 for Macy's, and then last but not least will be the 5%, which is $300 for Neiman Marcus. So you pay your debt according to the one with the highest interest rate, the Avalanche method. I didn't want to do the Avalanche method because already the debt was making me have sleepless nights and feeling like hopeless. Can this really work? I just wanted to feel that momentum, feel that encouragement, feel that hope by getting rid of the first, using the Snowball method to get rid of the first lowest debt. That gave me momentum. That made me feel like, yes, I can do this. It's not that bad. So in this scenario with Samantha, for example, her getting rid of the $250 Macy's debt makes her feel like, okay, yes, I'm doing something. It's working. And then she can take that money that she was allocating to the Macy's and do the next one, which is the Neiman Marcus of $300, and take both of them that she now owes to the next debt that she's owing. And that was how we were able to work on our debt. So I went from, we didn't really have any credit card debt. We had mostly student loans, car loans. Yeah, I think it was mostly student loans and 2 car loans. So we worked on the first car loan, which was a Toyota Camry. And then we worked on my student loan, and then we allocated that money and started working on my husband's student loan, and then finally the last car, which was a truck. And so that was how we were able to get rid of debt, and that really helped a lot. Remember, guys, the goal here is to live below your means, meaning whatever you're bringing home, whether it's from a side hustle or your income from work, whatever that is, whatever you're going to pay out should be way less than what you're bringing home. Because if everybody keeps taking a part of your money, Discover is taking their part, car loan is taking their part, student loan is taking their part, the light bill is taking their part, what's left for you? You know, so that's, before you look at it, you're here, I always had this anxiety too, being an immigrant, that I don't want to be in America for 20 plus years and not have anything to show for it. And you should, also think about that. You don't want to be 60 years old, 65, 50, 45, and then look back and say, what happened? All my 20s, 30s went by, and what have I accomplished? What have I done so far? So it was only when we were able to eliminate all of the debt, then we took that money that we were allocating to all the debt, and we started fidelity. We started investing. We started putting money down for homes that we could rent out and building wealth for you and your family. These are the things that you can do, and it's never too late to get started. Like I said, this was just a few years ago. It was not that far long ago that this happened. When you see me purchase these items, I'm not coming back and having sleepless nights, or it's not piling in a debt somewhere. No, I've paid cash. It's out of my mind. I own the item. I sleep well at night. So it does give you peace. And I would tell you guys to try and think about what I've spoken about today. I know we like to talk about fashion and whatnot, and that's all fine and good. I love it. I love to look good, because dress the way you want to be addressed, right? So it's all together. You want to look put together, so when anybody addresses you, they address you correctly, the way you want to look good, and there's no harm in that, just as long as you do it the right way and for the right reasons. And so what will get you there, where you can purchase all these luxury items and still have your peace of mind, is by starting to have financial peace and building wealth by getting rid of your debts. Stop accumulating more debts. First of all, for a while, my husband and I too were using cash only. When we were doing the Dave Ramsey steps, we were using cash only. So you want to feel the money leave your hands and leave your pocket, rather than just swipe your card, and you don't even look at your bank account after you swipe your card. Some of us don't. I know I don't. So, but when you pay cash, you know, oh, I have only $3 left. Okay, what am I gonna do with this now? I need to hold on to this. You feel it more. You know, it makes you make a wiser judgment and know what prioritize what's needed in the home than just buying frivolously. If you have a card, swiping it, oh, I'll deal with it later. Swipe, I'll deal with it later. And then you go home at night in your bed and you're thinking about it over and over and over. And you don't have peace. You can't sleep at night. It's hard, I know. Because even when I was saying, when there was no money left, I would think about, how do I get my daughter to daycare? Will it be possible this week? Will I be able to pay for this week's daycare, or does she have to stay home with me? And I try to keep her quiet while I'm in a meeting, or what do I need to do? It's very, very nerve-wracking when you don't have anything to fall back on. You don't have any money allocated should in case you get sick or you lose a job. People are getting fired, losing their jobs every day, left and right. So when they lose their jobs, if they don't have any cushion to fall back on, they're gonna have sleepless nights, and anxiety builds up. And so I just remember what it felt like and how it was possible for me to get here and have this peace. And I want you guys to have that too. I want you guys to do things that you love and still have peace within you. We all have families, we love fashion, but it's all going to work together if you live below your means and you get your finances in order. And so that's what I wanted to bring to your attention today. I thank you guys for listening to me. That's everything I had for you girls. Promise to not be MIA like 3 weeks and more. I will try to be more consistent, God willing. So I'll leave you guys with this. Remember, guys, the goal is to always live below your means and strive to get out of debt as much as possible. You can get out of debt. That money will do you wonders. You can start building your emergency fund. You can start investing and your money will start growing. Trust me, it's possible. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching, and have a blessed day or night, whatever time you're watching this. Bye guys, love you.